Good day, everyone, especially to you, Doc Jed. We are the Group 6 and we will be reporting the Chapter 4, Lesson 1, Monitoring, Assessment, and Evaluation in Multigrade Classes, Lesson 2, Purpose and Methods of Assessment. So, meet the Group 6 presenters. We have here Glyceril Faye Hisler, the leader, and the members are Ira Gadot, me, myself, Melody Fuentes, and Grace Labaro. So, Chapter 4, Lesson 1, Assessment in Multigrade Classes. Introduction. So, assessment is vital in multigrade classrooms, providing feedback on learning outcomes and teaching effectiveness. It emphasizes both what and how students learn, requiring individualized assessment to reflect personalized learning experiences. So, this chapter explores the concepts and methods of monitoring, assessment, and evaluation within multigrade settings. So, unsa gyud ang assessment? So, assessment kay importante gyud siya in multi-grade classroom no kay naghatag man siya og feedback sa learning outcomes ug kung effective ba jud imuhang teaching. So, nag-emphasize siya kung unsa ug unsaon pag-teach sa mga bata. Nag-require project individual assessment sa mga bata nga nag-reflect sa ilang learning experiences. So, in this lesson, we are going to explore the methods of monitoring, assessment, and evaluation within multi-grade setting.
Monitoring, assessment, and evaluation in multi-grade classes. So, multi-grade classes teach self-regulated learning or SRL to improve student motivation, academic performance, and lifelong learning outcome. Teachers use differentiated instruction, considering student journeys and assessment challenges. Effective monitoring assessments and evaluation are crucial for successful multi-grade instruction. So, SRL means refer to the process by which learners take control of their own learning by setting goals. So, monitoring their progress and reflect on their learning experiences. While differentiated instruction is a way of teaching that meet the different needs of students in the classroom. Next. So first we have here the monitoring. In multi-grade classes, constant monitoring and observation are crucial for teachers to ensure students engage in differentiated independent activities requiring frequent check and movement throughout the room. So the teacher need to watch the student closely to make sure uh, they are working on their task. The teacher move around the room checking on each student regularly. Next. So this help the teachers. First, we have here the know the student progress in the lesson. So in this, check student progress. Ask the teacher ask questions and review work to see if they understand the lesson. Second is to know the time needed by the student to complete given task. So monitor how long tasks take to plan better. So the teacher should monitor the student kung unsa ka taas ang ilang pag-answer para to next activity is makabalo na siya unsa ang time limit nga iyang ihatag sa student. So the third is to enhance time management. So the teacher use timer and clear steps to keep on track on the student. Next is to know the number of pupils who understand the lesson. So the teachers should check their understanding of the student. Use quick activity to see if the student, how many students who understand the lessons. So the next is to know the behavior problem that need to be addressed. So the teacher should address the behavior of the student, notice and manage any behavioral issues. The last one is to respond to the difficulties of the student. So the teacher should support the struggling student. So the teacher should offer extra help when the student needed it. Next.
So, assessment. Regular formative assessment is crucial in multi-grade settings, recognizing individual learning differences and promoting learning that enhances learning rather than promoting students to the next grade level, as highlighted the Gambia Teaching Handbook on Multi-Grade Teaching. So, assessment is used regularly to track its students' learning progress. Teachers focus on helping students improve rather than just promoting them to the next grade level. So, since multi grade settings often have students with different abilities, teachers can tailor assessment to individual needs. So, assessment must be related to the learning outcomes, should be differentiated. Result must be used for planning strategies to enhance learning, should utilize assessment methods that cater to varied types of student, should be communicate, students should know the scoring plan and should always be purposefully planned. So, evaluation. Evaluation is a teacher's judgment of student learning outcomes, influenced by factors like that constraints, language barriers, and scoring system. It involves analyzing students' feedback, works, and reflections. On the other hand, involves analyzing the result of the assessment to determine if students have met the learning goals. Teachers use various factors like student feedback, student work, and their own reflections to see if the lesson or teaching methods work effective. Challenges like time limit or language barrier might affect how well students perform. So, evaluation, this question may be asked: what is the overall result of the assessment? What is the performance of a particular pupil? What were the responses to the particular questions? What pedagogical decision should I take now based on the assessment result?
So we have here the chapter 4, lesson 2, purpose and methods of assessment. So purpose of assessment. Assessment is an integral part in teaching learning process. Assessments are utilized by teachers for different reasons and purposes. So according to Simeo and Athek, a review of the current situation and practices of multi-grade schools in the Philippines 2020, assessment results are used to identify strengths and weaknesses as inputs to baliksa. So, let's talk about the purpose and of assessments. Ug nganong importante ni siya nga part sa teaching ug learning process. So, ang assessment di lang siya about testing. It's about improving unsaon nato pagtudlo ug unsaon sa mga estudyante pagkaton. So, first of all, assessment help us to identify the strengths and weaknesses of our students. So, allow us to modify and differentiate our teaching methods and learning activities to suit their needs. So, for example, kung ang bata nag-struggle sa pagbasa, we can focus on improving their skills with targeted exercises. So, next is to determine what was learned by pupils or the learning progress of pupils. Report the learner outcomes to parents and other stakeholders. So, So, assessment help us to determine no kay importante ni siya because it allows us to see where they stand in relation sa goals nga giset nato sa ilaha. So next is to determine the readiness of learners to move to the next competency level. Measure what a pupil has achieved in relation to the expected learning outcomes. So, Nisha, they rely on this information to understand how well students are doing in school. Next is to No, I mean, so, kung ang estudyante na master na niya ang current lessons, they are prepared for more advanced topics. Pero pag dili, we can give them extra time and support. So, next is give feedback to pupils on their learning process. So, measure what students has achieved. So, this So give feedback to students. So when we tell them how they are doing, they understand what areas they need to work on and unsaon nila para mo improve. So next is give feedback to teachers regarding appropriate teaching strategies and instructional materials to use. So as teachers, we get feedback too. So assessment kay makatag siya og insight into our own teaching. So they show us whether the teaching strategies and instructional materials we're using are effective or if we need to make changes. Next. So assessment assess the effectiveness of teaching methods used. So in multi-grade classrooms in particular, assessment help us to evaluate the effectiveness of our teaching methods and review whether the setup is working for continuous improvement. So, kini siya way ni siya of checking whether we're on the right track.
So, for the assessment of skills and attitudes, students' academic performance is affected by social, emotional, and physical factors. So, assessment should evaluate not only their knowledge but also their skills and attitudes. Important skills include communication, problem solving, investigation, and social interaction according to the Gambia Teacher's Handbook on Multigrade Teaching in 2008. So, we know that ang students' academic performance is dili lang siya about sa how the students understand the content. There are other crucial factors like social, emotional, and physical factors. So that play a significant role in how students perform in school. And tungod ana, it is essential nga ang atong assessments kay mag-look siya beyond sa content knowledge. Kailangan nato nga i-assess pod ang ilaang skills and attitude demonstrated by ang nga gina-demonstrate sa students. So, kini kay include siya sa communication skills, problem solving abilities, and investigative skills og ang personal og ang social skills nila. So, in multi-grade classes, as in monograde settings, developing 21st century skills such as critical thinking, collaboration, adaptability, and task management is essential. According to the National Research Council in 2011, teachers need to implement creative teaching and assessment strategies that prepare students to succeed in a constantly evolving world. So, to help those students nga mag-thrive aning rapidly changing world, dapat multi-grade teacher must be creative in their teaching strategies and dapat pod og sa ilaang assessment methods kay by doing this makatabang siya para mabuild sa students ang mga essential skills nga kailangan nila para sa future. So klaro no nga assessing students isn't just about testing what they know. We also need to foster skills that prepare them to face the challenges of the 21st century. So as educators, it's our responsibility to guide them and not in dili lang siya sa knowledge but also in developing ang mga critical nga life skills. So for the last assessment is authentic assessment. The authentic assessment align with constructivist teaching, differentiated instruction, and self-regulated strategies. So in multi-grade classroom, by mimicking real-world challenges and standards according to Co in 2017. Authentic, authentic tasks should engage students with real-life challenges and skills needed for academic and workplace success. Excuse me. So, ang authentic assessment kay isa siya ka way para ma-assess ang student nga ga-mirror lang siya sa real world nga mga challenges ug mga performance standard. So, according to Ko, authentic task should engage students in challenges daw, standards, and habits nga essential siya para sa ilang success, whether sa academic ba o sa academic discipline nila or sa trabaho. So this method allows students to showcase their deep understanding and higher order thinking skills, making it effective for assessing 21st century competencies. Examples include performance tasks and project-based assessment. So rather than traditional paper and pencil test, magamit daw ta og performance task og project-based assessment, which are great example of authentic assessment. These methods allow students to apply their knowledge in meaningful ways, helping them develop in the 21st century skills like problem solving, collaboration, or creative thinking. So, in summary, ang authentic assessment di ay kay isa siya ka powerful tool nga magamit pag-assess sa students not only what students know but also how they can apply their knowledge in real life scenarios. By integrating this approach, we can better prepare students for the demands of both academic and professional world. So that is all for our report on Chapter 4, Lesson 1, Monitoring Assessment and Evaluation in Multi-Grade Classes, and Lesson 2, Purpose and Methods of Assessment. Thank you.